Today we're going to deliver the masterclass, and we're looking at two critical moments. Firstly, the Sundowns goal. Really how Remo has been a big enemy of themselves, especially when they are playing. So let's really look at it. So I would like it to roll a little bit. If Seiso can just roll it, please. If we stop it there, firstly, what is key here, and I want to highlight three things. The back four, you will have expected them, all of them, to be here, and that is not happening. And also, the left back and the center back, in terms of their posture, the posture should be here. Look at the game, look what's happening here, and be able. But this is not really happening. And again, this is very treason. The distance between the two center backs. If it's more than 10 meters, you know that already you've got problems. That's all it to see that. Then Mudau rolls and goes in this area, of course. We have spoken about him, his ability when he's there. But again, let's give credit to Sundowns that they've got the right numbers in the box. And of course, a very, very forward-thinking fullback who then gets into the box, and for Ricino just to have an easy tap in. I think Mayo would really see this together with Modi and say that, here is how to do it, just hold it in there. So this is the first one, that we really wanted to talk about, where we talk about Sundowns' attack and how Remo let themselves down here by not respecting the principles of defense. Let's go on to the next one. When we go to the next one, and I want us to stop it first here, it is important that we must understand that when we are defending set pieces, the principle is always that you get mixed marking. But again, how you manage the first pole, and also how the goalkeeper is able to maneuver. In this case, the keeper decides to come out. And as an international keeper, it's really, really bad that when you come out, you must really come with it. But again, failure to manage also the back pole. Let's look at it. You can already see that they've got a lot of numbers in the box, which is okay. But that also means that the keeper can afford to stay on the line there. But bad numbers around here and bad numbers at the back post. But please, look at the time. There's an opportunity for a team that is lying at the bottom to be able to get a point. They don't defend well there. The goal is scored there, and then they lose the 3 points. So bad defending here, and it has really cost the team, valuable point away from home.
That is the masterclass delivered by Walter Steenbok. Let's take a very quick break. When we come back on the other side, calling Black Label. You guys have been voting. But is there somebody new in? Is there somebody that you feel should be in there? We'll get into that on the other side. We spoke a lot of football, different leagues, but time is running out. So let's quickly go to the Ref's Corner.
Yeah, welcome to the Referee's Corner. Let's go straight into Richards Bay and Obit and see good usalang hantle 3 points ki aliona Rustenburg. Harboneng he ukorle ball e tsamaisang limlao ya ball na. You can see when the cross come in, Saleng scored. Was he in an correct position when he scored that goal? We're going to draw the line. When you draw the line, it will tell us as to whether it was nearer to the opponent's goal line than both the second last opponent and the ball. So if you see that, you can see that he's nearer to the opponent's goal line with one opponent. Therefore, offside, incorrect decision because Ushile assistant referee ko Rustenburg, ko Durban, and then Atamaga 3 points. Harieng Heria ko Nigeria. We see what we call lunge from Samson. Let's show you what he has done here with his 2 legs. You can see that there's what you call Samson who goes with a lunge to Mudau. That when you come with a lunge, it's always a red card. But then the law prescribes that we must also check the point of contact. So when the point of contact is minimal, you can see his lunge is airborne. He has got no control over himself. Where he's going to land is going to crash. But now Mudau managed to evade the tackle, and then the contact was minimal. Therefore, if it's minimal like that, we go to reckless and give a yellow card. All we can say is here in Nigeria, you can't play like this, my friend.
Oh man, thank you so much. That's the Referee's Corner. This is something new. Sasa Saga or Chineke. Let's take a break. First team, Dr. Kumalo has chosen 3 players for his MVP.
zazizimbi indaba eChile mawubona la uZabir scoring his second goal at Argentina. No ways, I'm grabbing this for Morocco. Christian Mayala, we know very well ukuthi besimfuna la eMzansi uyiphindile futhi ku-Pyramids ku-Super Cup nabo babona beguqa ke Apollos Apollos. What a strike, what a player. What a way of qualifying. Kodwa lo mfana uyababa.
Ngikubona TV mntokisi.
Yeah, associate nabantu abayizinto eziright.
Is it going to be the South African pride that wins it, or the Super Cup winner in Christian Mayela, or the World Cup winner in Zabri? It's all up to you. Who are you going with? Will national pride outsit national trophies and international ones too? Let's take a break.
This is good from South Africa. Apollos goes on the overlap. Apollos, can he work an opening here? Mokwena setting it up. Apollos again. Block to goal. Now it comes back to Talent Mbata. Does he pull the trigger? He decides to. It's in the net. Talent Mbata. Oh, the dream is alive. The dream is very, very much alive. Mbata on 5 minutes has rifled it in through the hands of Fiacre and Twari.
My colleague Velile Mnyandu was out at Naturena this morning, and big news coming out of there, about 10 injured players. Let me not do the talking and let coach Cedric Kaizer. By the way, he is officially the co-coach alongside Khalid Ben Youssef at Kaizer Chiefs after coach Nazaruddin Nabi was officially released from his duties. Here's coach Cedric Kaizer ahead of that fixture against Siwelele in the Betway Premiership, discussing injury concerns in camp.
There are players that have returned on the field. Igodaro has been training for the last 10 days. Monyane came back 3 days ago. Shinga has been training for the last 10 days. Veleba is training. Bartman is back from the World Cup with Vilakazi, and that's the players that Monyane might be a little bit short on his fitness to come back this week, but the others they are available for selection.
Well, that's Cedric Kaizer talking about Thabiso Munyane, Paseka Mako, Shinga, the new signing, and those who could be available when they face Siwelele, but still a lot of players on the mend at the moment. Let me move to the next story before I get the expert analysis of Dr. Khumalo. Khanyisa Mayo, new signing as well alongside Pulo Modi, finally talking to the media about that goal that wasn't to be. Pule Modi had chipped it over the goalkeeper, Darren Johnson, but Mayo says he didn't see behind him his surroundings and finished it off, only for Zakhele Siwela to raise his flag. Here are the two players saying, we've cleared the air.
During the game at halftime, we spoke about it and I apologized. He said to me, "No, these things happen. It's football. It was a lapse of concentration. I wasn't aware of my surroundings, and it happened. And we moved on. We spoke about it. Even after the game, I gave him a call and we spoke about it. And he said, "No, don't worry. These things happen. It's done. Let's focus on what is next."
As he says that, this is football. And it's been a long time knowing Mayo, he's a striker who to score goals, and I didn't take that personally to him, why would you do that? But this is football. Everyone has mistakes. No one is perfect. So life goes on, because the next day I'm gonna need him.
Dr. Khumalo, a lot happening at Kaizer Chiefs.
Yeah.
Pule Modi says, life goes on. I'm going to need him very soon.
Yeah, no, it shows maturity because sometimes emotions can drive you to do stupid things on the field. Considering the fact that he was actually going to celebrate, but Mayo thought otherwise, and he shouldn't have touched it. But to hear them, good to know, Bamnandi, that's good to hear, because now Bakhulu and there's leadership to what they're saying.
Yeah, well, and I have to say kudos to Kaizer Chiefs for allowing the two players to face the media, knowing very well the questions that would have come about. We move on to the next story now. Devastating, really. Banyana Banyana, ahead of a crucial WAFCON qualifier away to the DRC and then the second leg here at home, have left the country and are in the DRC at the moment without head coach Desiree Ellis. A story that we broke on sabcsport.com platforms on Sunday, that the coach had not traveled because the NEC has given permission that they can offer her a 4-year contract, but she says no, the conditions of this contract and the terms are not what they are meant to be. I'm going to now go to Coach Thabo Senong. Just your analysis of the situation. Crucial qualifier, no coach, contract saga still hanging in the air, a dark cloud for Banyana Banyana this.
Yeah, unthinkable, Mazola. It's very disappointing because you think of the players not having their leader. That's not healthy for a dressing room. But then also you look at the quality of the players that actually Coach Desiree has called. Now we just have to hope that they actually win the match, and then hopefully all this saga will be sorted out, and probably by the next second leg match, hoping that she'll be back. But not good to start an important qualifier of this caliber.
100%. We can confirm, sabcsport.com, that Tina Sonkembuli, head coach at UWC, is taking charge of the team alongside her technical team out in the DRC. A final story, still also a big blow to South African football in as far as development is concerned. I spoke to Alexius Stethio, the CEO out at Town Spurs, and see, these are some of the key points that he makes to me in an exclusive chat about how they've restructured Ikamva. Pro bono, that means obviously supplying and taking care of the cost, around 80,000 per month, excluding other costs with regards to the contribution of the players. Now, agents, parents, and sponsors are going to have to pay a subscription fee, essentially, and players with the disadvantaged backgrounds likely to miss out on proper quality education in terms of development in South African football. For more of this story and a breakdown from me, sabcsport.com tomorrow morning. But I want to get the thoughts of Walter Steenbok on this matter. Devastating blow, a sucker punch really to academies around the country.
Look, Mazola, I think it's devastating if you check what's happening, especially, I won't say Western Cape football, but I'll say around Cape Town football, where Cape Town City was also relegated, you know, who also is another team there. They had to restructure also in terms of the academy. So this really calls to a specific model that teams really have to be able to follow, but really very bad for Spurs, especially the quality of the players they produce in the Western Cape, you know, who really go to offer a lot in the national team, also going to Stellies, and also most of the Gauteng-based teams, you know, really have been benefiting from what they've been doing, you know. So I just hope that it's just something that won't really be permanent, you know, but they can really find a way, you know, to find commercial sponsors and partners and stakeholders who can come and help. But this will really be devastating for football in Cape Town.
And Andile, as I said, this story early tomorrow morning, a full breakdown of what's happened there, Cape Town Spurs, on sabcsport.com.
Mazola for the Super Journal, thank you very much. He's on standby throughout the show. If there is breaking news over the next hour, you'll be hearing it here first.